Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but thank you for that, though. The system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption. See, I went to the big guys for the money. I was ready to prostitute myself in the manner in which I talk about it.
I call Senator Biden of Delaware.
Senator Biden, welcome to the Advocates.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Senator Biden, it's nice to have you here. As the youngest member of the Senate, the one, therefore, who may expect the longest career there, I wonder if you'd say to us, since it's clear that you're not corrupt and you got elected, why should people think that the system produces corrupt results when there you are?
Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but thank you for that, though. The system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption, when in fact, whether or not you can run for public office, and it costs a great deal of money to run for the United States Senate, even from a small state like Delaware, you have to go to those people who have money, and they always want something.
Well, I wonder whether you would feel that there's some virtue in forcing candidates to go out.
Are you saying that going out and asking for $1,500 is degrading?
No, I think you missed the point, or else I haven't made the point properly. If, in fact, you know that the only way you can raise any money to get to run for public office is to go to vested interest groups, then, in fact, you're put in the position that you have to begin to wonder whether or not you prostitute the ideas that you have about government in order to get the money to begin to run.
Of course, you've had recent experience with this, having been elected in 1972.
That's correct.
And I believe you just said that your campaign cost some $300,000.
$276,000.
All right, so, and you raised that money by public contributions, did you not?
That's correct.
And you raised that money in a race against an incumbent, did you not?
That's correct.
Yes. And, Senator, I'm sure that you would agree that your service in the Senate up to this point has not reflected any particular concern for the larger contributors.
Well, the fortunate thing is I didn't have many larger contributors, and the only reason... See, I went to the big guys for the money. I was ready to prostitute myself in the manner in which I talk about it. But what happened was they said, come back when you're 40, son. And so I had to go out. So I had to go to a number of small contributors.
Well, I think we're all grateful, Senator. You didn't take no for an answer. Now, in this Anderson bill, there's a provision for the federal government to match dollar for dollar contributions from small contributions up to $100. Is that correct?
I believe so.
So that means that federal tax monies are going to be used in political campaigns in Delaware or Illinois or Mississippi or wherever. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, Senator, isn't it the history of this country that federal control follows federal money? And a recent example, didn't the president decide it was expedient to have a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit on all the highways? And didn't he get to Congress to pass a bill that says to a state you get no more federal money unless you pass a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit?
Can't blame it all on the president, but yes, he did.
Well, and the fact is that in any instance where federal money goes into any given area, there is federal control as to how that money is going to be spent.
There's federal control right now, sir, and exactly how the money can be spent, what manner in which it can be raised. The only question is whether or not there will be taxpayers' money involved directly.